Hello Pisces, I am Jessica from Willow Vines Intuitive Vibes, and I'm here to do your July 2020 love reading, or within a month's time of when you view this. Keep in mind this is a general reading. It will not apply to every single one of you. I wish I could do that, but I can't. If you'd like me to pick up on your personal energy, please email me. My email is in the box below, and I'll gladly give you all the information you need on personals. It's on the community tab as well as my website, and don't forget to check me out on Patreon. These will not be extended over there, but I am doing weekly messages as well as extended after this. You're the last sign for this particular spread, and then I will go into my extended reads where I do some on YouTube and some on Patreon. So stay tuned for that. I do have openings for personal readings if you're interested. Also, check out my merch on Bonfire. I have that posted. I still haven't put it in the box below. I swear, I'm so behind with stuff. Anyways, I'm wearing my sweatshirt today because it's nice and chilly out. We were going to go hiking, but yeah, it's kind of off and on raining. So those plans got canceled. Hopefully tomorrow's nice beach weather or something. Anyways, oh, I just want to point this out because I had someone comment about it, and it's not my intention. I'm dealing with energy, and this is a general reading, so it might not apply to you at all. Some bits and pieces might apply. Take what fits and throw out the rest. With energy, it's vice versa, flip-flop, whatever. Right now, I'm reading for the sign of Pisces, so I'm reading from Pisces' perspective. So like I'm talking to a Piscean watching this reading. So if I say their person, it could be the cross watcher or somebody else who isn't even watching or tuning into tarot readings. But I also could be speaking to the cross watcher. I had someone say that I was biased and that I cater to the sign that I'm reading for just to tell them what they want to hear. No, I don't tell them what they want to hear. If I did that, my readings would be sunshine and fucking roses, and it would be raining friggin' popsicles out of the sky, but that's not how I read. I just say what I see and what I feel, and if it's from your end, great. If it's not, it could be from the other person's perspective. If it resonates with you at all and in your situation, you're gonna know who I'm talking about in your story. I don't know who I'm talking about because I'm not living your life. This is not my reading, you know? I am going to mention that in an all signs reading as well, just to clarify for everyone, but I did want to point that out for you guys, just in case any of you have ever questioned that. If this person had approached the comment in a more friendly way, I wouldn't have blocked him. But don't attack me, basically. A comment like asking the question of, is this for the cross watcher or for the sign you're reading for, or just presenting it in a not so critical manner, I guess. I don't know. It felt like a personal attack versus, just a general statement. And just be careful with the things that you say, because if, sometimes maybe I read the comment wrong, and if I did, it is what it is. But we have to be cautious on how we present things, especially if you're like using words like you, because that's pointing the finger, you know what I mean? Anyways, I don't know. I just wanted to mention that. And maybe I'm mentioning it to you guys because there's someone in the situation that needs to watch what they say or be cautious of how they word things. And that could be you or the cross watcher or, whoever in this situation. Somebody could be worried about what they're saying, like if someone's interpreting it wrong or not. Or if they have in the past, like wondering, like thinking back over conversations like, maybe I shouldn't have said that like this. By the way, I live on a main road. I'm sure most of you know this by now, but you're going to hear traffic. I try to work around it, but it's next to impossible if you guys want the readings to come out. So I tried to lower my microphone the best that I could so it's not as loud, but I want you guys to still be able to hear me. Also, I use bad language. If you don't like it, there's a door. See you later. Bye. Anyways, moving on. I feel like with communication, someone is worried about either saying something, how to say something, or something that was already said. Almost trying to decode a message. So for example, if someone texted you, Pisces, you might be, no, I'm getting this backwards already, just in my example. Say someone texted you, your love interest, your crush, whatever. You could either be reading too much into it, or that person is like, I don't think I got my point across, like, or Pisces might interpret this wrong, that I'm not interested, or that I am interested when I'm not, or something like that. Like, someone's worried. So anyways, we have round and round reversed, which is the best way to see this, at least in my eyes, because this is like breaking a cycle. In the upright, it's just going round and round and round and staying stuck in the same patterns. It could be a thought process, it could be with a specific person in a situation, whatever. It's moving forward cyclically, basically. So you're not veering off the path, you're just doing the same old with whatever or whoever. This is breaking the chains that bind you. This is getting out of that. It's like, okay, what I'm doing isn't working, or this is what someone's saying to you, and they're either taking a different approach to the same situation or person, or you are, or this is just dropping someone or a situation altogether, because it's like, okay, I'm not getting anywhere, basically. And then we have Regeneration, which is kind of like the Tower card. So I do feel like this is like a sudden epiphany, a sudden change, either on your part or your person's part, where it's like, I keep hearing the definition of insanity. Doing the same thing over and over, expecting different results. Somebody's changing things up because they're not getting the results that they wanted with this person or situation. I do feel like most of you are actually putting an end completely to a relationship, or trying to get back with somebody. It's almost like finally cutting the ties and pulling your energy back to yourself and just focusing on you. It's letting someone go or letting a situation go, but I feel like you're letting it go in hopes that it returns to you, or someone is doing this with you or about you or whatever. I feel like this is a risk that somebody didn't want to take, but I do feel that this is very beneficial, whether you get the person that you want or someone even better comes in, because I feel like this is a necessary change, but it was being avoided for a while. So someone's coming to their senses, and they're just fed up. Like, I can't keep doing this shit, kind of thing. And then we have, it's time to face your fears, move forward fearlessly, which is what I feel like you're doing, or your person is doing, someone is doing. And I feel like it came out of nowhere. Like, just one day you woke up, could have had a dream about something, and you're just like, okay, light bulb moment. I can't do this anymore. Or you just felt refreshed when you were feeling oppressed before, and you just almost have this newfound sense for life. Like, there's more to life than this. So I'm going to put a stop to the way that I was thinking, the actions I was taking, the things that I was saying or wasn't saying. So if there was no communication, expect communication. But if you were trying to reach somebody or explain yourself or a situation and you weren't getting anywhere with it, I feel like there's either that's going to be put to an end, or the communication is going to change. And then we have learn this lesson now and jump off the karmic merry-go-round, which is what I was saying with round and round reverse. So that's exactly what you're doing. And I feel like this change, dropping this situation or this person, is extremely difficult. Like, this is not something you or your person wants to do. It's almost like being an adult with responsibilities. I know I don't want to do this, but I have to for the greater good of my family, myself, whatever. I feel like you're finally putting yourself first, Pisces, and realizing that what's meant for you will circle back around to you if it's supposed to. And that's a scary thing, especially if we're holding out hope for, this person to come back, this partnership to work, this job to work out, whatever it is to you, because it might not even be love, even though this is a love reading. And I do feel like it has to do with another person. It's terrifying when you have to let someone you love go and just rely on faith that they'll come back, or that it's being released for your best interest and for theirs, you know? That's terrifying. Change can be scary, and I feel major change here, but I feel like there's something really great coming because of this change. And then lead the way even if no one follows you, which is what you're doing. So some of you are going to have to go this journey alone for a little while, and it's almost like a journey to the self, trying to figure out what your wants, your needs, just get your life situated and straightened out, or just not even straightened out. Like, I feel like some of you want to put the focus more on you so that you're in the space that you want to be in. I do feel a change in career for some of you too. Like, it's almost like with jumping off this merry-go-round and ending old things, I feel like I'm revamping my entire life. Like, none of this was working. I'm just changing everything. So it's like a massive overhaul. I do feel like it's beneficial, but I want to say take this change and these steps towards this massive change step by step. Don't just burn down your world in a second and then expect everything to be beautiful and sunny and easy. So I would, handle one situation at a time. Try not to go all gung-ho at once. Give yourself some time. Because if you're anything like me, you'll bite off more than you can chew, and then you'll regret the fuck out of it and go, oh my god, this is not what I expected at all. Like, why did I do this? I have too much on my plate. I'm getting better at not doing that, but I've done that in the past. Let me tell you what. It's like I want change now, and I'm too impatient, so I'm going to do it all at once, and then I burnt myself out. So don't do that, basically. Learn the lesson from me, because it sucks to have to like rebuild your entire life up from scratch when you have nothing. You know what I mean? So, and some of you might have to do that, and if you do, just keep pushing forward, because there's a light at the end of the tunnel. But if you have the choice to kind of take it slow and piece by piece, definitely go that route. I feel like it'd be easier for you. But I wanted to know what you were ending, what you were getting away from, so I pulled a couple Twin Flame Shadows cards. Excuse me, they're by Mystic Moon. And I got stagnant and irresponsible. So I just feel like if we're talking about a love connection, this was a connection that just wasn't getting off the ground. It wasn't going anywhere. If you were partnered with this person, you guys were at a standstill. There was no progression. There could have been like drugs and alcohol involved for some of you, not all of you, but I just feel like I just heard bad decisions. So I don't know if this connection was a bad decision, and I don't feel like it was. I feel like the choices between the two of you could have been kind of irresponsible. But I also feel like somebody was being kind of irresponsible with your heart, or you were with theirs, depending on where you stand in this. Because like I said, vice versa, whatever. Not moving forward. And I feel like it was really fucking with someone's emotions. So it's like whoever's emotions were being played with, or they felt that way because there was just no progression, that's who's making this change. It's like, no, I can't let you continue to play games with my heart. Like, I need some forward movement in my life. I can't stay stuck waiting and hoping that you'll change, or the situation will change, or that you'll love me someday, or whatever the situation is. So I do feel like massive change is coming in your life. For some of you, you've already decided this and the change has already been implemented, while others of you, you are considering this, and I feel like you're right on the precipice of dropping the situation just to see what happens, because there needs to be some kind of movement in this situation. So let's see here, Pisces. And thank you for your patience. I love you guys so much. Alright, we have the King of Cups at the bottom of the deck. This could represent you or another water sign. It could be another Pisces like yourself, or a Cancerian, or a Scorpio. But the King of Cups, he withholds his emotions. He cares deeply, has a lot of love to give. He can be romantic and nurturing, and he's very emotional internally, but he doesn't like to express it. it's weird because I feel like when he's comfortable and in his like safe space, or when there's no one around, he'll express his feelings to the person he's comfortable around or the person he has feelings for. But there has to be that sense of partnership there, or trust. There we go. Like, he has to really trust you in order to open up. So he's very guarded. And I feel like a lot of you, this is what you're doing right now. It's like, I'm not going to tell so-and-so how I feel. I'm going to keep my feelings to myself. I'm just going to kind of bury them. They're not going anywhere. So if you're in love with someone, it's not like you're just turning your feelings off and you don't love them anymore. You're just not acting on it anymore. I feel like, okay, well, what I've been doing wasn't working, so I'm just going to kind of keep it to myself, or that's what someone's doing with you. We have the Ten of Pentacles. This could be a job, a family situation. I do feel like some of you are shifting your focus from an emotional standpoint to a more practical standpoint. You could be working on your finances. Some of you want to buy a house, or you're just preparing a house. So if you're not building one, you could be remodeling or just making changes within your environment, you know, the whole feng shui. Because it's like, I do this sometimes. Like, if there's a drastic change in my life, I change like everything. I'll color my hair, I'll cut my hair, I'll, paint the walls, I'll move my furniture around, because if one thing changes, it's like, okay, well, this is stagnant too, so I'm just rearranging everything. I don't know, it must be a subconscious thing, but I kind of see someone doing something similar. And it's kind of funny because once you pull away and really start focusing on your family, on yourself, on your stability, on just your surroundings and what's important to you without a partnership, I feel like love is coming in. I feel like this person's going to feel the disconnect and they're not going to like it, or you are going to feel the disconnect and you're going to approach this person, whichever. Either way, I feel like there's an emotional offer coming in. But keep in mind that knights, they can leave just as quickly as they come in. But I do feel like this is a snap decision for somebody, like, oh shit, where'd Pisces go? Or, oh shit, where'd so-and-so go? I want my family back, kind of thing. And I say that because we have Temperance here, which can be reconciliation, but this is also healing energy. And to me, this is somebody wanting to heal a family situation that somebody walked away from. Whether you walked away from it or someone walked away from you in the past with the Tower reversed, I feel like there's a sense of reconciliation here that either you've been waiting for or someone else has been waiting for. And this change is basically what's drawing this situation back in, what's bringing this person back or bringing you back. I feel like someone's having that realization that they don't want to be without you. Like, they're happier with you than without you, kind of thing. And for some of you, this is someone that you disconnected from a while ago, while others of you, this is someone you didn't even, I don't want to say you didn't date, but I don't feel like it was serious. It was someone you wanted it to be serious with them, but they weren't taking you seriously, is what I feel. It wasn't moving forward. And this change is lighting a fire under this person's ass, is what I'm feeling, or under your ass, whichever. So the main energy for Pisces, please, for July in love with this person. I'm trying to focus on new love. I do understand that some of you are waiting on a past person to come back, and I do feel that energy here for some, but the main energy is something that was just not going anywhere. I feel like someone was playing with my emotions, leading me on, stringing me along, and they're having that, like, epiphany that they shouldn't have done that because you're leaving or you've just cut the cords, or vice versa. Ace of Swords. Communication. This is the truth. It's honest communication. I did say something about communication in the very beginning. Like, there either wasn't any miscommunication. I almost feel like somebody wants to, whatever. Okay, when I mentioned that someone, either you or the person you're connecting to, was looking back on old conversations and wondering if either you or they were misinterpreting the information, the messages. I feel like clarity is coming in. Someone wants to clear the air with you, Pisces, or you want to clear the air with someone. It's like, I said this wrong. I didn't mean to say it that way. Like, because I see transformation and change here in a love situation. Someone wants to tell you how they feel because they didn't express it before, Pisces. Yeah, they don't want to wait anymore. I feel like they're feeling the sting of your absence. So what are the issues or obstacles and blocks in this situation for Pisces, please? I keep looking at... That's too much. Regeneration, this tree. It's like regrowth. Because I'm picturing it as though there was like a forest fire. And everything got burnt down, but the roots didn't get affected in this tree. And even though it looks like it's dormant and dead, it's not. On the inside, it's still alive. Like, there's still a burning desire for this connection. Like, there's still, the love is still there. It's just not being acted upon or shown, or wasn't. And I feel like there's a change coming in that. The passion is still there. 5 of Wands reversed. I feel like, because that can be like coming out of conflict. Excuse me, that's inner conflict. Wondering what to say. A blockage. Someone fears confrontation. They don't want to argue about something. So there could be an issue between you and this person, whoever it is. That you guys just don't agree on something, and it could be the way a relationship is or how it should be, or if it has nothing to do with that. I just feel like there's a difference of opinion here, and someone's either internalizing this and keeping it to themselves, which is creating a problem because they need to speak up, they need to be open and honest. But I feel like this person, either you or them, someone here doesn't want to bring up an issue. There's a problem here. There's something that bothers you about this person, or vice versa, and someone's afraid to speak their truth. But I do feel like someone's going to gain the courage here. They need to get out of their head. Can I get more on this 5 of Wands reversed, please? Someone could have been in an abusive connection with the Emperor reversed, but this is just not, it's not being in control. It's a need for control. So someone could be withholding information, or not expressing their feelings, or speaking to you, or speaking their truth, basically, to control the dynamic between the two of you, like how things progress forward. My ear is ringing really bad right now. I feel like there's someone that's going to watch this video, whether you're a Pisces or a cross watcher, whichever. I don't know if this is the same person or not, but I do feel like you were dealing with someone who, I don't want to say that they're physically abusive, because I don't feel like this person like smacked you around like on the regular, but I do feel like there was at least one physical altercation between the two of you. It could have been, well, someone was intoxicated, but I feel like someone could have blown someone's eardrum when they smacked them or punched them or something. I know that sounds really bad, and it is, because any physical violence is not good, but I feel like this was out of the norm. This is not something this person would normally do. It could be, I feel like that could be an issue for at least one of you. Like, someone's still reliving this, and they can't get past it. There's a sense of dominance here. So there's someone who likes to maintain a sense of control over themselves, and usually the situations that they're in, because if they don't have that control, they feel inferior, weak, I'm telling you, fucking people. Now they're spinning tires outside. Someone's maintaining a sense of control over their emotions, over offering their emotions to you or you to them. This is emotional manipulation when people do that, which is why irresponsible and stagnant is here. So that's the main issue, is a lack of honest communication about feelings, about moving something forward. So some of you could have just been left waiting. And you're like, how long can I fucking wait, man? Like, and the second you disconnect is when this person's like, shit, my control tactic isn't working, kind of thing is what I feel. Something like that. So let's see why it's all happening. This person has a very domineering father. This is a father. It's either you do or this person does. And I almost feel like this person is still being controlled by this parental figure. I'm going to call it's a father. I feel like it's a masculine energy. It's a fatherly figure. It could be their uncle or grandfather, someone who raised them. It's a powerful man in their life or your life. I feel like this person still has a sense of control over whoever this is, and that's another issue, at least in someone's situation. So why it's all happening? Page of Pentacles reversed. Not moving forward, stagnancy. Not moving forward with commitment. I feel like somebody could have legit moved away, and they're using that as an excuse. Like, well, we can't be committed, we can't be married, we can't be whatever, because we're not in the same area anymore. But they created the distance, they created the gap. So either you or them, someone could have legit relocated, spur of the moment, without even telling you, or it was just a last minute, I got a job wherever, and I won't be near you. So it went from seeing each other almost every day or even living together to boom, they're not even in the same area as you, the same zip code. There's definitely a lack in communication. And if any of you were relying on this person financially when they did this, that was a major hit. Or if they were relying on you, it affected them greatly. Can I get more on the Page of Pentacles? That's not for everyone, but I do feel it. The Unknown card. You already know what this is. This is the past, because this is reversed. They weren't giving to the relationship. They weren't giving to you like they had promised. Because with the King of Pentacles, that's Earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. But even if you're not dealing with an Earth sign, that's very grounded, practical energy. I keep saying the word practical. So I feel like that's important for someone in some capacity. Money could be, like stability could be a main issue in this connection or in someone's situation, with or without you, kind of thing. Like they don't have enough to give. But what was I going to say? This is the past, because with the Unknown card reversed, this means this is known information, and this is not reaching out, not giving to a situation. It's withholding. I feel like somebody withheld money from you too, especially if you were in a serious connection with this person. Like someone was in control of the finances. Either you or them, for someone out there, and it was just ripped away from somebody. I want more, because that's not everybody's story. Four of Cups reversed. Not wanting a missed opportunity. I almost feel like this person, like why it's all happening, is they, with this like sense of control, is they felt like you would just always be there. Like they could just treat you like a doormat. Like, I can do whatever I want to Pisces because the offer's always there. Which is why I feel like it was so important that you broke this cycle, that you stop doing whatever you were doing, or that you do stop. Because some of you already have stopped the cycle, and others of you are considering it but don't really know how. You kind of feel stuck and stagnant. But that why it's all happening is I feel like this person just felt that they were in control, that they could run the show and do whatever they wanted because you would always be there, or vice versa. That's how you felt with this person. So it's like, I can give the bare minimum or not at all, and Pisces will always be there, or so-and-so will always, be there, and that's what you were thinking. Yeah, so they took advantage of it, but they weren't expecting it to end, because we have the devil here too. I feel like there's a sense of codependency here in this situation for someone, because I feel like someone was putting up with someone's shit for too long because they were fearful that they would be left out in the cold, that they would, that their financial situation would come to an end, that their home life would get screwed up, that so-and-so would leave, whatever would happen. Someone was hanging on too tight. So this change, this sudden break in the cycle, was not only necessary, it's what's creating this person, it's creating the change within this person, because it's making them see things from another perspective, from your perspective, or it's allowing you to see things from the other person's perspective, whichever side you're on, because this connection would not have moved forward. That's why it was so stuck. Someone was just playing around with someone's emotions. They're playing fast and loose with the situation in all areas, not just with your emotions, but mentally, your environment. I feel like somebody was under somebody's thumb. That's a blockage. It's like fearful of speaking up because I'll lose everything if I do. If so-and-so leaves, I won't be able to pay my bills. I won't be able to whatever. Something like that. But I feel like that's coming to an end, which is awesome. Because either you got some truth, you spoke some truth, or that happened to you. So what is this person's intentions now? Moving forward. 9 of Wands. This is not wanting to give up. It's also being kind of guarded. And I do feel someone being a little guarded up here in this blockage position too. Like not wanting to confront someone. But with this break in the cycle, with this change, this tower moment or whatever, I do feel like whoever didn't want to speak up is going to. They're gaining that strength. Can I get more on the 9 of Wands for the intention? We have strength reversed. Could be Leo, Aries, Leo, Sag. We do have fire energy here. This is no longer restraining themselves. To lack, because I feel like sometimes this can be a lack in courage, but I feel like it's like loosening the ties that bind you. It's not fully letting go, but it's not being under someone's thumb. This is no longer holding yourself back, no longer restraining yourself. This is one more go around. Like, their intention is to try again. I do feel like someone is affected by the past, though, with the 2 of Wands here and the 7 of Swords reversed. There's some trust issues, like, are we going to repeat history? Or, are you really changed? So there's going to have to be a lot of open communication here in order for this to really work. You're not only going to have to be honest with yourself, you're going to have to be honest with this person. But I do feel like this person's intention is to give it another shot, or that's your intention. What you can expect is justice in this situation. So I do feel like things will even out. They'll work out in your favor whether you end up with this person or not. So it's like the scales will be balanced, basically. Whoever did wrong in this situation is going to have to come forward and face their fears of confrontation, and speak their truth and, apologize, whether that's you or this other person. But I feel like you can expect justice to be served in this situation. You're going to find out some kind of truth, and I do feel apologies coming in. Yeah, there will be success in this situation. I feel like justice for past betrayals, for a past ending, for things not moving forward, for someone being reckless with your heart or whatever, or vice versa. Six of Wands, this is attention, recognition. This is somebody recognizing the error in their ways and wanting to right their wrongs, lower their defenses and not fight about it, but to have an adult conversation, basically a mature conversation where it's like, yes, I see things from your perspective and I'm throwing down my swords, you know, my wands, my weapons. I'm not gonna disagree with you here. I just want to let you know that I am sorry for doing, you know, whatever was done between the two of you, because this person loves you and you love them. There's a solid connection here. I feel like this person, you can expect them to want to come back and have a relationship with you, basically. This is not over. And I feel like it took this break, this separation, this disconnect, this whatever, to get this person to think, or to get you to think. For someone to realize that they were headed down the wrong path, that they were not treating you, or you were not treating them with the respect that someone deserved, you know, that both of you deserved. It's like, I wouldn't want to be treated that way, so why the hell was I doing it to Pisces, or vice versa? Like, lead the way even if no one follows you. I feel like you took charge of the situation by cutting ties, and it got this person stuck in their head like, shit, I thought that Pisces would always be there, you know, they'd never leave. The door was always open. No matter, I didn't even have to give. They'd just be there waiting for me. And guess what? They were wrong. So, potential outcome or communication coming in for Pisces with this person, please. Yeah, so I don't feel like this was the worst connection ever. And for some of you, this is somebody that you dated. And for others of you, this is someone who was stringing you along and they just always thought you'd be there. Like you were just the side piece, or you were just someone that, you know, they would talk to, you'd have a good time, you'd think things were going really good, but they never moved forward because this person was just playing with your heart. And now that you're not letting them do that anymore, they're like, shit, I need to come in and say something because I fucked up. Sometimes that's what it takes, you know, for someone to have that realization that, you know, their life is going to change in the blink of an eye, and that people can only take their bullshit for so long, whether it's on your side or their side. So, potential outcome, please. We have the Ace of Pentacles reversed. Some of you are done because of the past. You're like, you won't accept it. You've already broken the cycle because you're no longer waiting for them. This could also be the conversation that's coming in. Like, I'm sorry I never moved this forward, Pisces, or that's what you're saying. I'm sorry I never offered you what you deserved, and I just left you wanting and waiting, and, you know, I know you're not waiting for me anymore. Because for some reason I feel like you're not done with this person, or they're not done with you. But there are some of you that are just going to accept this closure, you know? Like, yeah, you did treat me like that, and I'm not going to allow it again. Can I get more on this, please? We have the Star, and I keep seeing it reversed, which is a need to heal. And I do feel like this communication, this conversation, because we have, like, that's what I feel this is. I feel like it is healing because it's coming out sideways, like it wants to turn. Like, this is wish fulfillment. This is the closure you've been waiting for. This is the apology. I feel like things will be healed between you and this person. Some of you will get back together with this person or start dating them, and they're going to actually put you first and take responsibility for their actions, and you'll be their one and only, because I do feel the expectation here is a connection. is a relationship, a reunion of some kind. But it's going to take time. I feel like because of whatever games this person played or whatever games you played, whichever side you're on, I feel like someone needs to prove themselves, and it's going to take some time to get to this point. So it's progress, which is awesome. Yeah, you're not even worried about it anymore. It's like, I don't want to have to worry about being an option. I have options too, kind of thing, you know? Like, I'm not even crying over you. I'm not... It is what it is. You know, when I made the choice to break the cycle, I dropped it. And I'm exploring my options now, and this person doesn't like that. They don't want that to be your final judgment call, your final decision. And I don't feel like it is your final decision. I feel like it's you basically letting this person know that they can't get away with treating people that way. You know what I mean? It's like, if you truly love me, then you need to show it, kind of thing. Can I get more? How does this person feel about Pisces? For the most part, I feel closure here. I feel like somebody missed the boat and they know it and they're not happy about it. But there are a select few of you who will give this person another chance, as long as you continue to see positive change in the situation. Because some people do change, you know. Not everyone, but there is hope for some. Because if you think of it this way, because I know some of you will go, that mofo will never change. And you're probably right. Some people never will. But you have to look at it from this perspective, like from your own stance. You're different than you used to be, more than likely. And if you're, you know, in touch with your spirituality and you're healing and you're growing and expanding every day, if you're evolving and changing and maturing, then it is possible for other people to do the same. You know what I mean? Because we all screw up in life. We all make shit decisions. None of us are perfect. We've all lied. I mean, every single person on this planet has told a lie at one point in their life. Yes, some people make a career out of it, basically, but, and there are, you know, varying degrees of it, but I'm just saying, none of us are saints. The second we're born, you know, we're just surrounded by sin, if you really think about it. Depends on what you believe, but life is just about choices. And a lot of times we tend to focus on what society says is okay versus what our heart says is okay. And that's why some connections that are meant to come back together don't come back together, because we worry that our parents or our friends or whoever are going to think we're stupid for taking so-and-so back. It's your life. It is not theirs. They don't have to live it. You choose who you want to be with, and that's it. And if you and that person want to make something work, and it works for you guys, and it's healthy, there's nothing wrong with that. And if you got any haters, they don't belong in your circle, you know? And it's taken me a while to live by that too, because in my past, I cared too much about what people would think, and I don't give two shits now. It's like, I'm going to do what's best for my life, and just because it's best for me doesn't mean it's best for you. You know what I mean? It's just like with stereotyping and, you know, body image bullshit, which don't even get me started on that when it comes to fucking media and stuff. And it's like, women are supposed to be a 00. Yeah, that's not ideal and that's not realistic. And those people can shove that theory up their ass. I'm just gonna say, I'll never be a 00, ever. And I'm okay with that. I would look dead. Actually, I think after I rot a little bit in the grave, I still wouldn't be a 00. It's just saying. We have passion, insane chemistry, like each other equally, having fun. I feel like with this person, yeah, there is a lot of passion here because we have a lot of wands anyways. I feel like there's a lot of passion between the two of you, but this is how this person feels about you. And it's like how you feel, they match you there. Like, even if you're angry or upset with this person, if you love them, you can't just turn that off. You can't shut that emotion off. And this person can't either, but I feel like in the very beginning with the King of Cups, showing up with the hidden feelings, like just suppressing it. That's what's being hidden, is the fact that this person didn't want to admit how much they actually love you, or vice versa. But I feel like with having fun and passion, you guys need to take a lighthearted approach with this and just move slow to get everything out. Like, there needs to be a purge in here, which is why the healing process is going to take some time. Heart with a key, welcoming love, meeting the one, open your heart, getting together, perfect. They know you're the one. You guys have already met the person that you either want to be with or you feel you should be with, or vice versa. And then I like you. Someone liked you. Romance is blooming. Fun, flirting, want to date. And that's the key here. Want to date. I feel like even if you were married to this person once upon a time, because we do have the image of a married couple here, and some of you could have been, but the main message here is I feel like someone was treated like an option. They were strung along. And I feel like I kind of feel a rushed love energy, because it could have been like a love at first sight, or, instant feelings, like an instant recognition when you were around this person, and it could have gone from 0 to 100, really quickly, and with someone who doesn't want to get attached if they have, God, if they have like issues with being in a commitment issues, I'm like, I can't think of the word. If they have commitment issues, that can be pretty scary, and it's like, we gotta go slow. So I feel like moving at a snail's pace once this communication comes in is super, super beneficial for success in this. If you don't want this person, then, let them speak their truth, you speak yours, and move on. And either way, you're getting justice, you're getting closure, because a lot of you, that's what this will be, because you're like, I'm done. When you said you were done, you meant it, kind of thing. And you will go on the solo journey that I mentioned in the beginning. But I feel like for those of you who see the potential here, who still want to connect with this person, or for those cross watchers who want to connect with Pisces, if you're on, whichever side you're on, I feel like dating, like really court this person, really get to know them. Don't rush into marriage. Don't rush into a commitment. Don't rush into moving in with each other. Maintain a sense of self and independence and have fun. Do what people used to do. Nowadays with technology and social media and the fact that you can find anything you want to know out about so-and-so, or you think you can, it makes it more difficult, because we also have friends and family and whoever butting their nose into the connection on Facebook and Instagram, like putting in their 2 cents, making their opinions known that they don't want you to be together, or so-and-so's a jackass, or whatever. And it plants little seeds in your mind, seeds of doubt. And then once they start to grow, it creates problems in the connection. And that's what those people want. They want you to water those seeds of doubt so that they can either swoop in and have you or the person that they're interested in. Because usually people who do that, they're envious of the connection. They're envious that you guys have a love that they don't have. So keep that in mind, because I feel seeds of doubt. Someone making a comment like, so-and-so talks to his ex or her ex, or, shit like that. Any more information or advice for Pisces, please? Yellow light. Use caution moving forward. There are unseen factors at play here. Yeah, because there's communication that needs to be had. That's exactly what I was talking about. And that could be where seeds of doubt's coming in too. But there needs to be a lot of back and forth, honest communication. Like I said, the healing process, this is going to take time. So don't jump in head first, Feel the water first. Dip your toes in. Stay in shallow water until you know. Take your time. Anything else? And if you're waiting for a personal reading, I don't have many on the books right now, because I've been trying to get through them. I do have a couple more to get done. I do have openings, but I'm just letting you know, if you're one of the ones waiting and you watch this, I haven't forgotten. To move forward, a difficult choice needs to be made. Like I said, some of you will end up with this person and others won't. It depends on your journey. It depends on your wants, your needs, your desires, and how honest this person is going to be with you, or how honest you're going to be with them. I do feel like some of you are going on the solo journey. Some of you are totally fine with that. You're fed up with this shit. You're fed up with this person, this situation, whatever it is to you. I'm having deja vu like crazy all of a sudden. Holy crap. While others of you, the difficult choice is to ignore those seeds of doubt, the naysayers, those around you, and to move forward with this person. You need to listen to your higher self, to your intuition, to your heart. What is it telling you? Is it calling out to this person? Is it saying, yes, this person is being genuine and you want to give them another shot? If so, move slow and do it. Do what's best for you. Fuck what your mama says. Screw what your daddy says. Who cares what your friends think? And if they're shitting on your connection and butting their nose in where it doesn't belong, they're not really your friend. Regret is more powerful than rejection. Don't let this opportunity pass you by. And that is true. So I do feel like someone is feeling a bit of regret right now because of the way that they treated you, or vice versa. And they don't want to sit here and wonder what could have been the rest of their lives. There's a song. It almost made me cry too, because it's an older country song. And it's got, in the music video, it's got this old guy. He was in the Vietnam War or something. It could have been World War I. I don't remember. Anyways, he was in a war, and he met this woman while he was at, I think she was a nurse in the war or something, like a military nurse. And anyways, they fell in love, and then they had to go their separate ways for whatever reason. And he ended up marrying somebody else, and, she lived her life, and he always wondered what could have been, or it was his story, because his grandson had asked him, do you ever wonder what could have been? And he was explaining, like, you can't really think like that because I have this life, I made a choice and this was this is my life. But as he got older and his wife passed away or whatever, yeah, he did wonder, what could have been with Veronica or whatever her fucking name was. But I can't remember the name of the song. I think it's What Could Have Been. Look it up. It's like early 90s country song. But I feel something like that in here. Like someone might live with that type of regret if they listen to those around them. I don't know. But that's what I have for you, Pisces. Hopefully it makes sense. Hopefully it helps you make a more well-rounded decision for your life, for your personal journey. Because I feel like a lot of times, and I do this too, I'm not innocent with it when it comes to tarot readings, especially generals online. Like a lot of readers I've noticed, including myself at times, will... we read the energy, we read the cards, we tell the story, and I do try to give my own advice, not just the advice from spirit, but I like advice from my experience and, whatever comes out, to help guide you guys, because I feel like a lot of times the readings that are posted publicly, they don't have a lot of guidance. It's more about, yep, this is an asshole, this is a bitch, this person's cheating, this person's thinking of you, this person, and just because someone's thinking of you and has feelings for you doesn't mean they're going to act on it. And just because I say there's action here and communication, that might not be for you. That could be for the next person who watches it. You know what I mean? Because it's a general reading. Only personal readings can really hone in on your personal story. So take everything you hear with a grain of salt. I mean, if it resonates and it makes sense and it just feels good to you, then yes, take it on. But I feel like a lot of readers lack guidance. They don't guide their viewers. Because it's great to know this information, but what do you do with it? Do you just sit here and go crazy and watch 1,000 fucking readings and confuse yourself even more? Or, what do I do with this? Like, oh my God, so and so has feelings for me. I really feel like this is my reading, and you're really like resonating 110%, but you're like, what do I do? Do I reach out? Am I waiting for them? Is it going to move forward? Like, there's so many questions left with some readings. And like I said, I've noticed in some of my own that I've done, previously, it kind of left a question mark for people. And I've actually had someone ask me that question. And that's probably why I'm bringing it up. Because it was like a month or so ago. And it wasn't just because of my readings. It was a mixture. It was someone who was bouncing from reader to reader to reader and getting similar messages, but they were also conflicting messages, and it was just very confusing for her. And then this is what I told her. I said, you need to listen to what feels right to you. So yes, I mean, obviously the more views and subscribers and likes that I get, that's where I make money, but I don't make jack shit for money, trust me. I'm actually thinking that I might need to put this shit on hold for a bit and, get another job. But anyways, that's a story for another day. No, you need to, if you ever find yourself getting confused watching too many readings, this is what I do, and I highly recommend it. Don't look at the zodiac sign. Like, don't pay attention. Don't get hung up on it. I click on the video that resonates with me. There's either a number, a synchronicity, it's the title, it could be the sign, it could be the thumbnail, it could be, sometimes I'll just randomly scroll like this on my phone and just go boop and click on it, and that's what I'm supposed to watch, and it tends to resonate with me. No matter if it's for, it could be for a fucking Virgo, and I'm not a Virgo. I don't even think I have much Virgo, if any, in my chart. Just saying. But my point is don't get too hung up on like keeping up with readings that are your sign. Do you know what I mean? Like, kind of only go with what feels good. So if you are watching this reading and you're questioning the hell out of it and you're like, maybe that fits, maybe that one part did fit, but the rest of it, no, don't make it fit. Don't force it. But I will talk to you guys soon. I'm going to be doing my extended readings next because this is the end of this series. And if you have any comments or questions or anything, please put them below. Be kind, to each other and to me as well. Because I don't question anybody. If you're being a jackass, I just block. That's all I do. And I don't want to have to, I just want love and light around here. I want you guys to be able to bounce off each other and support each other, especially when I'm not there to, give you guidance that you're seeking if you're asking me. But that's what this is all about. I want to have a safe space for people. So I'm weeding out the people who are not nice, basically. And there's not that many, so that's good. Yeah, but please like, share, comment, subscribe. The more you interact with me, the more apt I am to pick up on your energy. Hit me up for a personal. My email's in the box below. I'll gladly read for you. Check me out on Patreon, any denomination. You can cancel at any time, so that's totally up to you, and there's no obligation whatsoever. I do extras over there, and I'm going to do my tea for days next, and that's only on Patreon. I'll post the thumbnail on the community tab like I did last time. To see if you're drawn to it, go on over there and check that out. If not, then don't. But I will talk to you guys soon. Many blessings, and I love you guys. Bye.